Okay, we are live. All right. Okay, guys, let me go into my live first. And now we're waiting for everyone to come on live. If this is the first time you watch this, either you're watching the replay or you're joining me live, welcome to Ask Me Anything Sunday Night Show. I'm your host, Jason. I've been doing this for 39 weeks already. Can you imagine that? 39 weeks means it's like almost a year already. We do this every Sunday night at 10 p.m. So this is really a platform for you to ask any questions about Facebook advertising and digital marketing technically. And I do my very best to answer. So basically, you can post your questions on my YouTube channel or my Facebook group anywhere you want. But bear in mind, remember this, I can't say this enough, right? Do not expect me to answer your questions by commenting, replying to your comment. To your post on whether it's on YouTube channel, on Facebook group, because this is really something that I can't do right now. So this is where I answer questions. I answer questions in Facebook Live and YouTube Live like this. So if you post your questions anywhere, remember to join me live, okay, every Sunday night. So yeah, all right. So basically today we have a couple of questions over here, but I think more importantly, I want to share with you something very important, which is I just announced a new training, which is a free training. So how many of you actually sells on Shopee or Lazada? If you sell on Shopee or Lazada, you know that this is really something big coming your way. Okay, 9 onwards, 10, 11, 11, and 12. These are all going to be like very big events moving forward. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And this round, we have Jackie Chan as the spokesperson for this round. I mean, that actually gives you a very good idea about how big this is going to be, right? So yeah, so you got to be ready. And a lot of people actually commented or email me to ask, oh, Jason, how am I supposed to run Facebook ads for my Shopee 99 campaign? So you see, here's the thing. Whether you're running, wherever you're running your Shopee store, whether you're in Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Thailand, and all that, right? The competition is only getting stiffer and stiffer. Basically, there are more and more sellers joining the marketplace. And regardless what category you're in, basically, you're going to face rise in advertising cost, whether you're advertising on Shopee or Facebook. So that's the first thing. And second thing is, of course, the competition. And of course, when it comes to big campaign like 9, 10, and 11, and 12, consumer will be bombarded by so much information, and eventually every one of them are just going to get a lot more confused. So when they are confused, when there's so much competition, and when the cost is really rising, what are your strategy to really stay ahead of the wave? So this is where I want to actually give you a quick 1 hour sharing on the 24th of August at 9 p.m. inside this Facebook group. If you have not joined the group, if your friends have not joined the group, invite them to join this group, because we're going to go live on the 24th of August, 9 p.m. inside this group to really discuss what will be the best Facebook advertising strategy for Shopee 99 campaign if you're running ads on Facebook for your Shopee store. So this is where you have to join. Okay, so that's the first course that I truly, free training, basically it's a free training. And then the reason why I don't want to charge for this is because, in fact, I've been sharing this multiple times, but I believe it's really about wrapping your mind around this strategy and start implementing on your own. That's why I don't mind sharing this over and over again, but nonetheless, I wish to help more people, so I need your help. Okay, help me reach out to more people, share this to your friends, and invite them to join this Facebook group to actually learn this strategy on the 24th of August at 9 p.m. inside this Facebook group, right? So that's the first announcement I'm going to make today. And secondly, I have another training coming up next week as well. I mean, we're going to have this Monetized Facebook group challenge. This is the second time around we are doing this. It's actually a very interesting 3-day challenge. Okay, you're going to learn in 3 days exactly what I did to actually turn my Facebook group into monetized. Money generating machine for my business. So basically, it's really important if you are running, whether you're running, so here's the idea, whether you're running a Shopee store, your e-commerce store, your Lazada store, Facebook group is going to be a very powerful so-called platform that you should really build to actually nurture your audience for higher customer lifetime value eventually, which is to help them, to make them buy more from you, to build that kind of rapport with your audiences after they have become your customer. Okay, so this is really some course that I truly believe that you have to actually join. So if you're selling on your Shopee, Lazada, or even your own e-commerce website, if you have a Facebook group that is really powerful, that you know how to build that right, you're able to actually turn your customer into loyal customer, which they will buy more from you. Now, the other side of it is if you're in lead generation business. You see, here's the thing: when we are in lead generation business, right? Okay, 100 leads come through your way. You probably are able to only convert about 3 to 5 of them. Now, what about the 97 to 95 or 95 to 97 of these people actually given you the permission to contact them, but they have not purchased from you, or they're probably not ready, especially if you're in real estate, property, financial management, and all that, right? They're not buying from you this round doesn't mean that they won't be buying from you in the future. But my question to you is, what are you doing to nurture these people so that whenever they are ready to buy, you become the first person that they remember? So that's the homework that I really want you to think about. So even I will share with you how to turn Facebook group into your lead magnet without even having a lead magnet. So that's really a very powerful training that I truly believe everyone who are in, whether in e-commerce or in lead gen business, B2B business, this is actually a challenge that you have to join. So go over this URL, tribeupacademy.com/group challenge. It's a 3-day challenge from Tuesday to Thursday. But if you can't join me live, doesn't matter, because we're going to have replay available inside this Facebook group. So join me. So this is actually Monetized Facebook group challenge. It's a very powerful 3-day challenge. You don't want to miss this, okay? I look forward to see you on Tuesday to Thursday. Now, as usual, we're going to go over some questions that I captured on my Facebook group and my YouTube channel. But nonetheless, if you're watching this live, right, if you have any questions regarding Facebook advertising, post them away. Well, let me say this, okay? I can't be having all the answers for any questions in the world, but I definitely will do my best to share with you whatever I can, okay? So yeah, I can see some of you actually watching this, like Connect the World. Hi, I think this is the first time we meet, right? Welcome to this live. So basically, ask me any questions about Facebook advertising and of course, digital marketing if you want to go over there. So I'm going to go over a few questions that I received from you guys. Okay, so the first one is a question from Marcus. Now, this is a very interesting question. Let's take a moment. So Marcus obviously has a very big issue, which is your Facebook account, ad account. Okay, your Facebook ad account is restricted, which is you actually posted another comment in the post itself. Obviously, your business manager and everything has been actually restricted permanently. I read the message right. So you're asking me, what can you do? Is there a way to solve this problem? Now you're asking me how to solve this problem. Is there a way to solve this problem? Definitely yes and no. Now, first thing first, okay, you won't be able to use this account to run ads anymore. So that's really something that it's a bad news, okay? Basically, you can't do anything anymore because that's final decision. The moment Facebook says that you are permanently banned, whether we are on the Facebook ad account or Facebook business manager account, your profile, which is, let's say Marcus, let's say if you are Marcus, your profile cannot do anything anymore. Okay, you cannot do anything anymore. So there are a few workarounds. Now, if you still want to use your profile, let's say Marcus, you want to use your profile to run ads, okay, there will be one workaround, which is you can actually become an admin of other ad account or business manager account. Whether, I mean, regardless, now you have a restricted account, whether you yourself can't create business manager, ad account, and anything anymore, but you can still administer. All right. So what you can do is you can get somebody else to create a business manager, and then on behalf of you, you can actually do that. And then after that, invite you to become an admin of that business manager, or the ads manager or business page and all that, so that you can still manage over that. Okay, so you become the backup admin. But of course, I mean, there will be, you yourself won't be able to create anymore. But if there is anything you want somebody to do, you can actually get a person to create for you, which is entirely fine. I've got clients and coaches who are actually operating this way. They are not losing their personal account. However, they can't create anymore, right? So they get somebody else to create a new one and they become admin in it. So that's one way. Now, the other way is, okay, you create a new Facebook profile. But here's the big but. Okay, we all know that when you have a new Facebook profile, okay, you shouldn't create a business manager right away, because almost 99% you will get the whole thing restricted again. Why? Because Facebook actually sort of like having this flagging mechanism. Whenever a new profile try to create a business manager, they will flag the thing, flag the whole thing. So that's really something that you want to pay attention to. So that's the second workaround. So yeah, I hope I answered questions, Marcus. Basically, that's the thing that you have to really like, but basically the best way to avoid this thing to happen is actually to follow the Facebook advertising policy. Okay, I always tell people, I can't say this enough, you're actually playing in their field. This is their turf, this is their world. You don't try to come in and mess things around. Okay, try not to do any wrong things, try not to violate any rules. That's the best way to actually kind of like keep yourself intact, not being restricted or whatnot, basically. Yeah, on this area. Okay, so that's the Facebook account restriction issue. Happens almost to everyone. Okay, like seriously everyone. I also have my ad account or whatever account restricted from time to time very frequently. So it's really something that not new, but we just have to play by the rules. Okay, now that's Marcus. Let me see. I have a few things coming in from here from Connect the World. So Connect the World say this is the first time you watch my video a lot. Thank you so much. And you're having an internet. Okay, now, so your question here is Facebook going to block you if you post a lot of posts, like very frequently? This is the question. You mean if you post a lot of posts and very frequently, let me take this down for a bit. If you post a lot of posts and very frequently, will Facebook block you? Like how frequent is frequent? If you post every minute, or if you post, you see, posting on your own profile or own Facebook page, right, shouldn't cause any problem. I have not heard anything like that, meaning that, you post too frequent and Facebook block you. I have not heard anything like that. But if you add people very frequently, meaning that you aggressively go out and add people as your friend, then possibly you might get yourself restricted. So in terms of posting, if you're just like normal organic posts, like you're posting on your own Facebook newsfeed, like lives, I mean, whether you're going live or whatnot, right? I'm pretty fine with that. I don't think there is any issue with that. So posting frequently shouldn't have any issue, but do not aggressively go out and add friends. That's what I think. And yeah, so that's what I think. But thanks for the question, Connect the World. Thank you so much. So yeah, I mean, seriously, never heard of something like that, but you should actually try. I'm not sure what is your strategy. You can actually try post aggressively as much as you want. And if you hit any roadblock, please share with me whatever, interesting scenario that you might be facing. Yeah, so definitely would love to hear from you again if you have any interesting situation. Okay, all right, thank you so much, Connect the World. Now I want to go to the next question. Now this is another very interesting question. Adeline, if I pronounce it wrongly, please let me know. Apologize in advance. So Adeline was asking, she has a personal Facebook email, which is like personalfb@gmail.com. So I believe that's a metaphor. So you have 5 pages in this account using your personal profile. So I assume it's Adeline Pang, which is the profile, and the email connected to it. But your business email is another Gmail. Okay, now, so you're asking if you want to create a business manager, which email should you put? Yeah, okay, so that's a very good question, right? So here's the thing. Basically, if you want to create a business manager, all right, you definitely have to connect your personal profile to it. Like, let's say, for example, if Adeline wants to create a business manager, then you yourself must actually come in as you inside the business manager. However, when you're creating a business manager, you are actually given the opportunity to insert an email address. And that email address can be different from the email address that you use to create your Facebook profile. Doesn't matter. But fundamentally, this new email address, like businessfb@gmail.com, will become the main communication email that Facebook will send any information regarding this business manager to you. So if you are actually running ads, your information about your ads being approved and not will be actually sending to this email address instead. So moving forward, actually, this is completely fine. So let's say if you're inviting someone else to come into your business manager, that's something that we do. So if you actually get somebody else to come into your business manager, you need to send an invite to them, right? So that's the best practice. All right, you just send them to the email that they can receive, and they open frequently on a daily basis. Yeah. So with the moment it come in, so when you actually, let's say for example, you just give it over to me and say that jason@gmail.com, for example. So you just give me, you don't need to actually follow back the email that I use to create my profile. You only need to send me to the email that I use. So when you send me invite, I will receive an email in my jason@gmail.com, for example, and with the link to actually sign up and become a part of your business manager. So same thing, moving forward, any email that is regarding this business manager will be sent to this jason@gmail.com kind of thing. So completely fine, 100%. All right, thanks, Adeline. Thank you for the question. That's a very good one. I believe you actually joined my 6-day challenge. Okay, so that's our first lesson, which is to build your business manager. Now, I just want to give a quick shout out right now, guys. If you have not joined my 6-day challenge, which is, we used to run this in 6 days as live training, but I've turned it into a recorded training. So it's a lot easier for you to learn right now. So basically 6 lessons, 1 hour each. So all in all total, there are 6 hours of training videos available for this one. Basically, I teach you every single damn thing you need to know to set up your Facebook business manager and your ad account and your everything Facebook advertising right. So it's a very powerful training. If you have not joined the 6-day challenge, you need to actually go through that to learn my method of running ads on Facebook. Okay, for everyone, if you have been watching my video a lot, like Connect the World, I believe you know that I have this 2-step funnel framework. Now, the best way to learn the 2-step funnel framework is to really join the 6-day challenge. Just go to my website, tripupacademy.com, and go into my courses. You'll be able to find the 6-day challenge. That's the best training you need to actually learn about running ads on Facebook. All right, so yeah, then that's for Adeline. Thank you so much for the question. Now I want to go to the next question over here. Now we have another question coming from Dennis Kong. Okay, let me take a sip. Let's read this question a little bit. Okay, so Dennis is asking a question regarding Cpas. Okay, now Cpas, if you're new to Cpas, if you're new to advertising for your Shopee store and all that, Cpas is essentially, okay, collaborative ads. So when you are given Cpas access, what's going to happen is Shopee, for example, we take Shopee, right? Shopee is going to create a product, a so-called Facebook catalog on using all the products that you have on your Shopee store and connect that actually to your Facebook ad account. So in turn, you'll be able to run ads retargeting people who have visited your Shopee store or individual items but did not actually purchase. Or even you can actually do retargeting, targeting people who bought from you before, and a lot more different kind of combinations available. So that's Cpas. Okay, so basically this is really for Cpas. And you're asking what Cpas cannot do compared to Facebook Pixel. Oh, okay, so connect to your own website. It's a different thing, Dennis. Because Cpas, you can only get these when you're actually advertising for your Shopee store. And your own website is for your own website. So they are really not, we cannot compare. This is not an apple to apple, because your own website using your Facebook Pixel is definitely, you have full control. And of course, you can do retargeting based on people who visit your website and did not purchase and whatnot, right? And when you have Cpas, you can do that. But I think the difference here, if you want to really drill into that, is that if you are using Cpas, it's not yours, okay? So you are able to do retargeting and all this sort of thing, but you won't be able to do analytics, as in like you can't really like go in and analyze the pixel visits and all this kind of thing to try to figure out all the metrics and all that. But that's Cpas. But if your own website, then you do that. But different thing, yeah, because Cpas is for Shopee. Your own website is for your own website. So you can't really use a pixel advertising to run ads for your Shopee store. So that's what kind of combination that I'm looking at, you get what I mean? Yeah. So what are the main disadvantages of using Cpas? And yeah, I think your question is really trying to differentiate these two, but they are really different things, Denise. If I make sense. Because yeah, remember Cpas is for Shopee store and Pixel is for your own website. You can't install a Pixel to your Shopee store anyway. Likewise, you can't use your Pixel data to run ads for your Shopee store, and you can't use your Facebook Pixel to analyze the performance of your Shopee store. So that's kind of like a different thing. Yeah, I hope I make sense, Dennis. So thank you for the question. All right, so basically that's what we do. And yeah, let's see if I have anything like, Connect the World was saying, you heard that not all of your horses will be presented in, or your poses, you mean? Okay, exactly, no. Almost, I would say at least, if you are talking about a Facebook page, okay? So if you're talking about a Facebook page, right? Let's say, for example, if you have 1,000 people who like your Facebook page, okay? So when you have 1,000 people who like your Facebook page, and when you post something and you don't run ads, chances are you'll be only reaching about 1 to 3% of these 1,000 people, which means, there'll be about 30 to 40 people who will actually see your post, and 900 over other people won't see your post. Why? Because we have this newsfeed algorithm and everything that is actually really playing at the back to restrict. And not to say restrict, you just have to imagine. I mean, definitely we will actually have all these business pages posting a lot more things, but they post about their business, their products and all that. You just imagine, you come in, you see all the things business on Facebook, in your new Facebook newsfeed. Would you like to come back to Facebook anymore? You don't. So that's why Facebook had this restriction, which is a newsfeed algorithm running in the background to actually restrict what kind of posts that you see in your newsfeed. So yes, you are right. Your friend got it right. That doesn't mean that you post a lot, you will reach a lot of people and you will get very good result. So exactly what I mean, Connect the World. If you really want to get really like predictable results, run ads. That's the best way to do. All right, because when you run ads, you're spending money to Facebook, and of course they have to do something. They have to show you anyway. They have to actually make you appear. They have to give you all this kind of like exposure, and for you to get the result that you want to get, whether it's to get people to visit your website or anything else. So that's what we do. Okay, so if you want to join my Facebook, if you want to learn Facebook advertising, definitely join my 6-day challenge. That's probably the best Facebook advertising training that you can get around in the region already. So yeah, I don't think we have a lot of questions coming in today. So before we end this, it's only half an hour anyway. So we cover a couple of questions, and if you have more questions, you can post in the comment. But if not, then we're gonna wrap early, doesn't matter. But before I go, I just want to give another quick shout out about this thing. So if you run ads, if you actually, first of all, if you run a Shopee store or Lazada store, if you actually sell on marketplaces like all this, okay, moving forward in the months to come, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, 12 are all getting bigger and bigger, more and more competitive. So if you sell on Shopee or Lazada, basically, whether you run ads on Facebook or Shopee, you'll face these 3 scenarios. First thing first, the advertising cost is going to come up radically, especially during this period. You need to learn how to actually shelter, how to actually play with a strategy to make sure that although you're spending a little bit more, but you're getting the best result out of it. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you definitely face crazier competition in the market right now. Regardless what you sell, trust me, this time around, compared to last year we had honeymoon. You know what? A lot of my coaches and students and clients were doing so well, but this round is different story. So you have to actually try to learn and try to navigate differently, because you can't use the same tactic last year to apply to whatever that is going to happen this year. All right. So the third thing is, of course, when people are actually going very crazy, trying to vie for everyone's attention, the customer is going to get confused. And we also have to accept the fact that, you see, even though everybody was trying to compete, not everybody will be spending a lot of money in 9.9 or 10.10 or 12.12 or whatnot anymore, So it's kind of like a different behavior altogether coming together. So you really have to kind of like learn a different strategy. That's why a lot of people was actually asking me via email and posts and all that, asking me how do I run ads for, Shopee 9.9, 10.10, 11, 11, 12, 12 kind of thing, right? So I figured, why not I just do a live free training? So I'm actually doing this on the 24th of August at 9 p.m. inside this Facebook group. So if you have anyone who actually that sells on Shopee or Lazada, invite them to join this group so that they can actually learn this with you and me live on coming Tuesday, which is going to be like a Tuesday night at 9 p.m. So join this. You have to join this. So this is really Facebook ad strategy for Shopee 99. You want to join this. Okay. Now the second thing that I'm having this week is this. We're gonna have this Monetized Facebook group challenge coming up. This is the second round we do this, and basically this is where I share with you in 3 days live. We call this 3-day challenge. This is where I share with you 3 days live on, you know, what are the strategy that I use to turn my Facebook group into money-making machine for my business. You see, a lot of people was actually asking, oh, I have to go for ads and all this kind of thing. But the fact is, you see, for example, if you run a Shopee store or Lazada store or even your own e-commerce store, right? You spend money getting these people to buy from you and all that. Okay, so a lot of people were chasing after the front end, which is, oh, the cost is getting up. I'm getting higher cost per acquisition in terms of customer wise. The ad cost is coming up. But here's the thing. You have been actually getting people to buy from you, but what are you doing to nurture your audiences, to make them buy more from you, buy more frequently from you? So that's exactly what I actually discovered to achieve, okay, using Facebook group. So you just imagine somebody bought from you on Shopee and you invite them to join a Facebook group, and in turn, you give them a voucher. Do you think they will join? They might, right? So when they join the group, right, what's the best benefit of it? Whenever you have promotion, you can just post in the group. You can do a lot more nurturing in the group, and they will actually buy more from you because it's a no-brainer. They bought from you already, my friend. It's a lot easier to sell the same thing to them or even more thing to them. But what are you doing on this part? If you're not doing this part, this is exactly where you can actually increase your lifetime value, increase your revenue without spending on ads anymore. So this is an angle you have to look into, right? So if you're actually on lead gen business, if you're on B2B, let's say, for example, if you're a property real estate agent, you've been spending money to get leads, right? But here's the thing, you probably will get like, for example, 100 leads come through your door. You probably will convert about 3 to 5 of them. Now, my question to you is, these 95 to 97 of them who did not purchase this time round, doesn't mean that they won't be buying property in the future. Now, here's the thing. What are you doing to make sure that whenever they want to buy, whenever they are ready, you are the first person that come into their mind? So that's exactly what we do and what we discuss. So day one, we're going to talk about how do you set up a Facebook group in the right way. Day two, we talk about how do we nurture them, what kind of communication strategy that we have in place. And day three, we're going to talk about how do we monetize. In fact, it's not just about selling. There are many, 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 many ways to monetize your audience, and you want to learn this, all right? So this is what we do. Just go to this link, trevupacademy.com/group challenge, and I look forward to see you on Tuesday to Thursday at 3 p.m. All right? So I don't see more questions coming up. I think that pretty much brings us to the wrap of this week, okay? Although we don't have a lot of people, but I'm enjoying this. Anyway, I'm going to see you next week, Sunday, 10 p.m., same time. We're going to hit 40 episodes this time around. So with that, let's wrap this round. Look forward to see you soon. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.